This is Goosefoot, or wild spinach, or Lambsquarters. I have always known this weed, but I only recently learned that it was edible, so I'm going to try to preserve some. I have more goosefoot growing up in between these peppers, and I have a ton of young and tender goosefoot right here, so plenty to work with. You can identify goosefoot by looking at the veins in the leaves, and you have this main center and the left and right Y like a goosefoot. You can also look at the underside, and there's this white coating on it. That's normal. It's supposed to be there, and you can see me kind of rubbing it off with my fingers. That is normal and another characteristic of the plant. Another characteristic is that it's hydrophobic. That's partially what that white coating is for. You can sort of see some water droplets here, and here's some really good examples sort of in the brush. You can see those water droplets. So goosefoot resists water. I can see here that this hasn't gone to seed yet, so it's a perfect candidate for preserving. Goosefoot turns up in loose soil and often soil that's too nitrogen rich, which honestly makes sense because I made this bed just by dumping some free compost that I got into rows, and then I did nothing else. Goosefoot's also rich in vitamin A, vitamin C, and calcium, among other nutrients. So we're going to take advantage of this beneficial weed and preserve some of it. We've got a nice pan full of fresh goosefoot. The whole plant is edible, so it's okay that these tender stems are in here. I'm leaving this guy to come back. He will recover. He'll complain a bit about it, but that's what I've learned. But he'll come back. The other one in the pepper bed I pulled up because I just needed to bring in some more sunlight to those plants. All right, so let me explain how this is sort of going to work. Bear with me because this is my first time, but we have our freshly cleaned lamb's quarter, water about to come to a boil, and an ice bath. Working in batches, I'm going to put some of this into the boiling water, cook for 2 minutes, and then put it in an ice bath to halt the cooking process. This is called blanching. Then I will shake off the water as best I can, doesn't have to be dry, and then put it in a freezer bag. So let's give it a shot. We've got the lamb's quarter just about ready to be pulled out. It's been almost 2 minutes. POV, lamb's quarter ice bath. We're going in. Ooh, it's got that beautiful green color still. That's another thing that blanching does, is better preserve the color and flavor of greens. We'll call that good. Get it down in an ice bath.